there's just been so many failures at this point. Wheel of Time, even though it had good ratings in the last season. We're very lucky that not only did we have Game of Thrones for 8 seasons, despite what happened at the end, but House of the Dragon looks like it's going to make its full run, right? It's going to have its 4 seasons.
Dunkin' Egg looks like it's going to be freaking
Dunkin' Egg, I think, is so cheap that they like, why wouldn't we kind of deal? So to me, we're just really, really lucky. I also think it does speak to the quality of HBO, regardless of what some executives might do or showrunners or whatever. And also the stories that George wrote, really good for TV.
Yeah, and maybe there is a way, actually, now that I'm kind of thinking about this, and we'll tie it into the chapter, like a character like Edric Storm. Maybe there are characters that you could tell their story that is like a side story to a Game of Thrones, like the Song of Ice and Fire, like characters you left out or characters that interact with some of these like smaller characters. Like, I mean, I'm not saying we need like a Salad Sand show, but
no, we don't.
like you could give us like an Essos show about just like
Yeah.
things that are going on in Essos, and you like something that would like fit within maybe the budget of a Dunkin' Egg and things like that as a way to expand the story. Because when you go back and you begin looking at some of these other things, I just don't know where you pick and choose and say like, oh, we're going to do like here's a story about somebody that's going on during like King Jaehaerys or something.
Right.
But there are a lot of characters in A Song of Ice and Fire, like the main series, like an Edric Storm, like an Edric Dane, who I don't know.
I'll give you 2 things.
Maybe there's a little bit of story there you could give us that could be something kind of cool that you could use to bridge some gaps somewhere, or almost like an Andor.
It already
right?
exists, bro. Telltale.
It's called. Oh yeah, yeah.
Make that to a show.
Yeah,
dude. The story in the Telltale game was sick. The Heart Tree.
Yeah, and there's like the old grove, and there's all these got like, what's going on there?
They did a nice job of tying it into the timeline of Game of Thrones, but not relying on it too much. It's its own conflict between
House
two
Forrester
houses.
is mentioned in the books.
It's real. I'm telling you, dude. If they made a TV show out of the Telltale storyline, I would be on board. I would love it.
Yeah.
And folks, if you don't play games or whatever, you should honestly go watch like YouTube videos of the Telltale game story. The thing about Telltale games, if you're not familiar, is that you make your own decisions. The sad part is that since it's only the first game, your decisions really don't matter that much. Like the idea is that in the sequels it would have been, but they lost their licensing and the studio collapsed. Now it's back, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Go watch the story.
What do you have it? Do you remember at all which choice you made? Which brother did you save?
Oh, I don't remember anything. Honestly, I could replay it and it'd probably feel brand new again.
Well, then I should do that. Well, then I won't say it because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, don't spoil it for the listeners. They're gonna go watch it on YouTube now.
I'm sure a lot of them haven't seen it.
I think people would get behind that.
You do interact with people from the thing, like you interact with Cersei, you interact with Jon Snow. And Tyrion, and it's actually all their voice actors. Ramsay Bolton. Jeez, Ramsay Bolton.
It's awesome, bro.
Ramsay in that game is brutal.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you could bring these people in for cameos, right? Like you could have Kit Harington for 3 episodes or something. And I think people would be excited about it because I think that the conflict of that story is on its own really good and would make for good television. Another thing that we can consider, Matt, and you're talking about these stories we can tell. If Dunkin' Egg succeeds and it is shown that a lighter, almost family-friendly tone can work in the Westeros TV universe, then that opens up a lot more options about things that you can do in Westeros. Like if we can prove that there is an appetite for something lighter, that opens up a whole other realm of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a bunch of different shows and things, and I mean, things you could do. I mean, you could do something. It's almost like in Star Wars, it's like, okay, well, you've got like the Jedi, and then now like there's like the Jedi and the Sith and what's always going on with them. But then there's always been the undercurrent of like smugglers and the Imperial agents and all this stuff that they've never really been able to kind of pull off until now. Now we got the Mandalorian. Now we got Andor. Now, I mean, of course, Rogue One came out, but it was like it's so tied to Star Wars Episode 4.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh yeah, there's this whole other reason. Now we're getting a Darth Maul show in Star Wars. That's also going to be, even though he is a Sith, it takes entirely place during when he becomes the leader of like a crime syndicate. Right. I mean,
Mhm.
that's like, so you're still exploring that like criminal underbelly and stuff. And that's a big part of it. I mean, and that's what this may introduce is like flea bottom and you know,
Yeah.
all these different all these different things.